Alright, BackBreaker. I've got two suggestions for you. Hopefully these are things that are already taken care of. First of all, this is how I start a majority of my defensive plays. It's very annoying, and online it can get taken advantage of. Oftentimes, when I come out on defense, I'm a player that I'm not expecting to be. I always play as number 42 in my defense to safety. Inevitably, I always cycle past him at least once before I land on him and realize. The ironic part, the aggravating part actually, is the camera angle changes with every player, so it's very disorienting to go from one player to the next trying to find one guy. Now that I've found him, I know what defense I've called. I'm trusting my defensive players to do their assignments, something I can't do in all-pro football on a consistent basis, something I can't do in 2K5 on a consistent basis, something I can never do in Madden. So I'm able to, again, read plays and make an impact in the game. Now, I know that my responsibility in this zone blitz is to play the middle of the field. I'm running to the middle of the field. I see that the blitz is coming obviously from the left side of the screen, so I know that there's two receivers over here that I'm partially responsible for covering. Both of them are now technically open since the tight end and receiver have ran past the linebackers in the play. Therefore, I am looking at the quarterback to see where this ball is going to get thrown to. Now again, both players are open. I see the quarterback starting to throw. He throws the ball, and I've determined at this point it's going to the tight end. It's also overthrown very much to the right. Now, unlike the last time I did this with a user pick, I'm able to know, at least this time, through the camera angle, I can see the ball. Another suggestion I would have for you guys is, and this is only if you get an interception or a fumble recovery, if you've been user controlling the player the entire time, please do not reward people who are going to continually tap A to get to the most, important player in the scheme. However, if you've proven you can read an offense, you can play defense, you know what's going on in the play, and you get a user pick, please zoom the camera out just a bit and give us more of the field to work with as a little bit of an incentive or perk for being good at our position. I think in real life, obviously, you're going to see those good players have a lot more awareness and a lot more field vision. So obviously, I don't think it's that much of a hindrance to do that if someone is going to control one player the whole time. Now, again, this time I realize I have the interception. I'm able to take off and run. I'm going to try to run this back. And again, some great things start to happen. Some physics-based things start to happen. See, this guy's going to come in to tackle me, and he actually ends up inadvertently tackling two of us. We both go down very awkwardly. You can see kind of fall over each other, and then people just kind of start to pile on. Again, really like the game. Very excited about the fact that I'm able to take control of my player, know my assignment, and make a change and positive impact in the game. I definitely think it's going to do a lot of things as far as making, football knowledge and, some type of football skill prevalent in the video game aspect of football, something that's sorely been missed, if not ever present in video game football. Again, just like to see a few things get cleaned up. I would really like to see kind of a mapping to be able to get back to the player that I start with or a player that I select at the beginning of the game. And I'd really also like to see a little bit of maybe bonus for somebody who can go out and play one position well and be a little bit more aware of what's going on in the field after they've made an impact play, like a fumble recovery or an interception. Alright, BackBreaker again, real football knowledge, making a difference in the game, situational knowledge. One thing I don't like about this play, that linebacker that comes out of faking a blitz to cover the slot receiver, he definitely crosses the line of scrimmage when the ball gets snapped. There's no flag. In this situation, opposing team has no timeouts. They're down by 7, and they're going to obviously go deep. I'm playing safety. I understand what my responsibilities toward my zone are. I sit here and I watch the play develop. Obviously, I see that the receiver that is to the right of me has the pass intended for him. I see that the corner comes up and does a very ill-timed leap to get the interception. I realize I have to come over and make what is ultimately a game-ending tackle because they obviously have no timeouts, and this ends the game. The good thing is you can see I'm backpedaling with the play, keeping it in front of me. Even as I see the ball get released, I go over. I'm still running backwards to keep the ball carrier in front of me. I come over. make a good tackle. Again, football knowledge, situational knowledge, understanding football, and understanding the assignments of your other players going a long way into making an impact with this game. Something, again, doesn't have to be an interception to make an impact. It can also be a tackle. It can also be a safety valve. That's why they call them safeties. You're the last line of defense. Great thing about this is I know online you're basically going to see what could essentially turn into chess matches between 1 and 2 players. If you choose to throw the ball to or away from the player that the other person is controlling. The one thing I'd be interested to know is how they go about showing you what player on defense the other person is controlling. But 2 great examples, obviously an interception and then a game-saving tackle. I'll just go ahead and show you guys that was pretty much the end of the game. So great gameplay here with BackBreaker. You see the clock down there running. 3, 2, 1. Game's over. That was it. 1 by 7. For those of you who thought I was just making all that up, there's some proof.